Sika deer. To which species are Sika deer most closely related to? And that is the red deer. Which colour configuration do Japanese Sika hinds appear to have in winter coat? And they are a drab sooty grey colour all over with a paler underbelly. Sika hinds usually give birth to a single calf. What colour is the velvet covering the antlers of Japanese Sika stags? And that is a black colour. The metatarsal gland on the outer side of the hock of a mature Japanese Sika deer is conspicuous, 2 inches long and white or pale grey in colour. When are most Sika calves born? And that is June. Which species are Sika deer closest in size to? And they are closest in size to fallow deer. How many points on their antlers do mature Japanese Sika stags normally have? And they have 8-point heads. 4 points per antler, but 8-point heads. What is the colour of Japanese Sika deer's summer coat? And it's chestnut with white spots and a pale belly. They usually have a grey belly. Which deer gives a repeated rising and falling whistle in the rut? And that is the Sika deer. A deer which has a pronounced U or V-shaped pale line across its brow and frowns when it looks at you is likely to be a Sika deer. They look like they're always angry. When do most mature Japanese Sika stags cast their antlers? And that would be in March. How is a Sika stag's rutting activity in woodland best described? And it is a mixture of all the strategies shown. How is Sika deer feeding behaviour best described? And it is a mixture of browsing and grazing. The word hind is correctly applied to the female of which of the following deer species? Roe deer, Sika deer, fallow deer, or muntjac? And of course it's the Sika deer. Only the Sika deer and red deer are called hinds. Which of the following species most obviously flares out the hair on its rump patch when alarmed? And that is the Sika deer. Which of the following deer wallow most readily? And that is the Sika deer again. What is included in the territorial display typical of a Sika stag in woodland? And that would be scoring the bark of trees deeply with their antler points. This is called bowl scoring. How do Sika stags mark out their territories in the rut? And quite often this is with wallows and scrapes in which they often urinate, but by also fraying trees. In that question, the answer is both of the above. On which coat do wild Sika have readily visible white spots? And that is in summer coats only. A Sika red hybrid often shows traits of both species. Which characteristic, if found on an adult red deer, might suggest it is a Sika red hybrid? And if it has prominent white metatarsal glands on the outside of the hocks, that would be a clear indication that it is a hybrid. Which male deer sometimes sheds milky tears during the rut? And this is the Sika deer. How would you describe a Sika hind's alarm call? And it's a short, sharp squeak. A mature Sika stag typically lives in a stag herd except during the rut. Tree bowl scoring with antler points is predominantly done by which of the following species? Muntjac, Roe, Sika, or fallow? And this is the Sika deer. And that is the end of the Sika deer section.